There is a movement right now to distract you from everything that is true. There is a movement now to keep you running after things that can never satisfy. Maybe you're one of those people and you've been caught up in that place of just seeking after things. But there is a cry of God right now for us to return. And I don't mean God is crying, but that means God is sending a word right now for us to return to him, to return. And immediately there will be people who will say, well, Dr. Faye, I haven't left God. What are you talking about? And God hasn't left me. Well, let's take a look at that. And what you say may be true for you, in that you still held on to your relationship with God and you continue to read your word. You continue to pray and you continue to fast and you continue to give. You continue to live a life, the life. Somebody say the life that God has graced us with. I know there are some terms that we shy away from because people use them for other things, but this is the life. And it's the life of Christ. And perhaps you are one of those people and you continue to do just that. But I'm here today to tell you that there are millions, if not billions of people who got lost in the pandemic and have not returned. They have not come back from that place of being shocked into another reality, or being shocked into the reality of losing a loved one, or shocked into the reality of losing their job or their business, their home, their families, been shocked and have not returned. So this is a message today to give you space to return. On November the 11th, I'm doing something that's unprecedented. I am hosting a 5-day challenge. Hold it, don't click that mouse. And it's not to sell you anything. It is to open up the doors for you to find your way back home. Back home to your fellowship with God, back home to your relationship built upon nothing less than the rock himself, Jesus Christ. An opportunity for you to hear what others have gone through and how they have come out victoriously. On November 1st at 7 p.m. nightly, you are invited to sign up for the first ever return. If you know someone who is suffering spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, because of the pandemic or because of anything, any trauma that has happened in their lives, you know anybody in pain, then share the link with them if you know anyone. You see, none of us were exempt, were we? We saw slogans and tags of "we're in this together," hashtag "we're in this together." Yet it was one of the most divisive periods in our history. Politically, economically, socially, emotionally, people were divided. And yet today are still divided on whether to mandate masks or mandate vaccines or mandate social distancing. The mandates are keeping people divided, politically, economically, socially, emotionally divided. Do you know anyone who's divided? anyone who's hurting, anyone who is troubled over the loss of a loved one. I can't tell you right now the number of friends that I have, including a member of my own family who had to bury her husband due to complications from COVID. This is the return. I took time here to share on this Sunday morning experience because I felt that you needed to put it on your calendar, that you wanted to put it on your calendar, because this is something that will change your life forever. Moving forward, people are grasping for a new norm. They're grasping for a new opportunity. They're grasping for the next business venture, or what do I do now with my life? And I am here to be one of the voices to say to you, this is what you do. Return. Not return to the things that you used to do, or the things that, or the way that you were, but return to the one who made you. The one, return to your destiny, your purpose. Return to finding that balance internally with God. As a businesswoman, I can tell you, as a coach, as someone who owns a network, I can tell you that business is there. But I understand that business is worthless without the orchestration of the Holy Spirit, without the divine guidance, without God's intervention, without God's wisdom, without God's knowledge and understanding. As King Solomon prayed, God, you have made me a leader over this great people. And I say that every day to myself, God, you have made me a pastor coach over such a great people, as great as the sand is of the seashore and the dust of the earth. Now I pray that you will grace me with understanding and wisdom to go out and come in among this great people, leadership who need to return. Praying the prayers that will elevate your consciousness into a place that you're no longer grasping for something that has gone. Pastors who are trying to make church order of the past work in a new dispensation, and it won't work. It's not fitting. It's not working. It's not working because God is saying something else. Are you ready to know what that something else is? Are you ready to really go deep, take a deep dive with God, and to really wrap your heart around, not just your mind, your heart around what God is saying right now? Or are you still looking for love in all the wrong places, seeking for an answer at this meeting, this conference, this Zoom, that Zoom, looking for answers? I was there, I was so there, but I'm telling you, the return. Call my name. And when he called my name, I answered the call, and the call was, you stay true to your course. Like a captain of a ship, when you have set the compass, you must be guided by what is calling you to the destination. Have you set your compass? Are you still in that lane that God called you to? Are you still listening? For weeks and weeks and weeks, I hosted teachings right here, unwrapping the mystery gift, your mystery gift. And we made it not such a mystery because it's hidden in plain sight. You see, you're so worth much more, so worth so much more than you've ever imagined and ever dreamed. And the COVID thing beat you down. You took a beat down from the pandemic. You took a beat down from all the different people that were telling you what you needed to do, what you didn't need to do, where you needed to go, where you didn't need to go, wear the mask, don't wear the mask, stay home, don't stay home, go here, go there. You didn't know what to do, and you got lost in the shuffle of the pandemic. And life doesn't make sense anymore. I'm willing to take a risk on being shut down or being locked out again to tell you that God is giving us the power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the powers of the enemy, and nothing, no thing shall by any means hurt you, because you have been given the power to rise up above all the things that have tried to hold you back for the last couple of years. You are a champion. I created several programs along the way during these times of change. One was called Bold New Beginnings, giving people an opportunity to start over again. But many people were not ready to start over again because they didn't know what that meant. Because starting over has to be redefined. And the only way to get clear about anything I have found for my life, and I know you'll find the same thing for yours, is you got to go back to the book of beginnings, where God brought forth creation through his word. And as he did then, he's doing now. He's sending his word and bringing forth creation. And for many of us, it's the creation of new businesses, new ideas, new dreams. Some of you, it's the creation of new ministries. Can you start again, Pastor, from scratch? Or are you still trying to hold on to something that's gone? It's yesterday. Can you start that business over again, even though you feel as though you have fallen so many times? You have gone under. You feel as though you've gone under, and it's hit you right in your gut. You know what I mean? Right in the center of your belly. You feel, oh. And you thought you were out for the count, but you're not. Are you willing to be flexed? Are you willing to be adaptable in the hands of the potter? Are you willing to start over again with God? Then I invite you to click on the link below and join me for the return November 1 at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will be here from 7 to 8. Along with some friends, to share with you how you can truly return. Because as you return, you're going to find yourself living from a place of joy and peace that you didn't even know existed in this lifetime. But it's yours, and it awaits your arrival. So without any further ado, I invite you to click on the link below and join me and my friends for the return. And I'll see you, yes, in the upper room.